It had taken Lauren first, though he didn't know it then. Didn't understand the dead look in her eyes, that unnatural, wooden, lurching motion as she moved about the lab. Of course, it was too late when I learned to read the signs. Most of the crew were in its power already, and I'd paid a terrible price for my blindness. Was I the last? I could hear their footsteps on the snow outside my cabin. Leaden steps, moving as one. Not safe here. I'll make for the lab. Pain, throbbing from the gaping hole in my stomach. That could have gone better.
Dr. Turner, open up!
My eyes swimming. I almost black out again.
Come on, Jim. There's nothing to worry about.
Harris.
Open this fucking door, James.
Or whatever it is that's living in his body now. I clenched my teeth against another wave of agony. Keep it together. First things first. Gotta get this bleeding under control. The door's stuck fast. Need something to lever it. A rusty screwdriver rattled around in the toolbox. There's nothing else useful. The door's stuck fast. Need something to lever it. The locker should have some useful supplies in it. Nothing remarkable. Collection of papers on the ancient fungi buried deep beneath the ice. Would have been the culmination of a decade of research. The better part of our lives together. I'd never finish now, but perhaps I can pass on the torch. Probably stored fuel at some point. I can't think of a use for it. Shelves full of junk. We've been shuffling around lab space. They're mostly empty at the moment. Found some mean-looking wire cutters. Found a small blowtorch. Locked. Refrigerated cabinet holds some antibiotics at a safe temperature. We keep a small supply of morphine on the base too, hence the lock. That old girl's the only thing keeping us from a quick and icy death. Best leave her. She's running fine. The thing had just kept coming. Finally went down after I emptied my last 5 rounds into it. But not before it had got me in the guts. Okay, Wilkins, what you got for me? Kneeling down over the body, I noticed the telltale, inhuman signs on his face. He was also wearing one of those armbands I'd noticed on the others. Oh God, the stench coming off him. Almost losing consciousness again, but desperate. I persist. I find the key in his jeans pocket. Looking at the radio, my heart sinks. A stray bullet had smashed right through it. Shit. Oh God, I hope it's fixable. Some old wiring, hanging low. Can't reach. Don't want to waste fuel. They don't work. It's showing results from my last batch of Peridiolus. High concentration of necrotrophic Mycologist here. Don't want to waste fuel. I leave her at the door with the screwdriver, but it's too small to be of any use. It's showing results from my last batch of Peridiolus. High concentration of necrotrophic Mycologist here. It's not important. It's really blowing out there. I'll leave it alone. The lock clicks open. My eyes flit hungrily past morphine, antibiotics, bandages. Someone had been storing lab samples in here again. Strictly forbidden, but the lab fridge had been on the fritz for weeks. The sample caught my eye. Thin, scarlet membrane stretched over a pulsating, bulbous growth. Ah! I wave away the cloud of crimson spores, eyes, nostrils, throat burning. I cough, and the action triggers a dagger of pain from my wound. Still, I manage not to black out, and at least the cabinet's open. Morphine would only slow my mind, so clenching my teeth to suppress screams of agony, I injected some penicillin around the wound before bandaging it up. I'm done with it. Don't want to waste fuel. Don't want to wait. Don't want. That won't work. It's not going to work. Can't reach. Best leave her. She's running fine. We've been shuffling around lab space. It's not locked, but the door's stuck. That's not going to help. Can't do it. I leave her at the door with the screwdriver, but it's too small to be of any use. The gun's empty. The gun's empty. Skin hung from his face like a wet rag. Pathetic imitation of the man it had consumed. Oh, Wilkins. Jane will be devastated. Can't bear to go near the thing again. Skin hung. It's not going to work. Don't want to waste fuel. Despite the tremor in my fingers, I've managed to undo the screws. Radio's useless to me, broken, and I can't fix it with my bare hands. Awful mess of melted wiring that needs replacing. I have my work cut out for me. Can't reach. I shoved the barrel under the wiring. Can't reach. Reaching up to cut the wire, I feel something brush against my mind. Vast and terrible. That mere fleeting whisper of contact. A freight train roaring through my consciousness. I was drowning. From deep beneath my mind, I could feel that force animating my limbs like a monstrous puppeteer. Lungs burning, I struggled to the surface. God, was that what the others had felt? I've got to get help. Not going near it again. Radio's useless. That won't work. Need to cut out this fused wiring first. Snipping away the fused wiring, I have a vision collecting fusiform stem samples with my wife. Her laughter. Let's see. Should be working now. I managed to patch it up. I grabbed the receiver. This is Dr. James Turner, from station Theta 661. Do you copy? The welcome sound of a friendly voice comes through the static. Oh, thank God. I need evac ASAP. There's been... something horrible has happened. Yep. Tell the crew, do not land until they see... Repeat, do not land until they see Dr. Parker. Copy. Over and out. Thank God for that. Wavering on my feet, exhausted, I sink to the floor to wait. Sleep falls like a lead curtain. Snap awake. Something very wrong. The cold, my mind, my body stiff and numb. The pain like hot lead being poured over my hands, my feet, my face. I struggle to move my limbs, tearing myself away from the frozen floor. The cold. That unbearable cold. There's fuel in her, but she's a tricky thing to get started. Need to find some kindling and something to light it with, and quickly. Tearing up a decade of work, I throw it in. The page is lit. I stand close and until feeling returns to my face. I'll lose some fingers, but I'm alive. For now. Is that the evac chopper? It's quiet out there. Time to go. I'm turning the wheel when I hear shouts and bodies slam into the other side. I throw myself at the door, but too late. Their worm-like arms twisting their way in. Oh God, don't know how long I can hold it. That's not gonna help. I stab at a flailing thing, but to no effect. I almost drop the blowtorch trying to light it, but it flares to life and I hold it against the arm wielding that knife. I almost drop it again as the smell of burning hair and pork crackling fills my nostrils. Screams from outside and the knife clatters on the floor. I make a lunge for the knife. Wielding the cruel hunk of steel, I shut my eyes and start hacking. The muffled screams from behind the door, the sticky warmth splashing on my arms. Finally, I feel the door slam close behind my back. It had worn the same armband. They all did once they turned. The thing lay there like a pale worm. Don't want to dull the edge. Full box of cartridges inside. It's loaded, and I'm ready as I'll ever be. Weapon shaking in my hand, I swung the heavy door open.
He's coming out. Jim, put it down. Look, Ben's here.
No.
Dad, it's me. I'm coming in.
No.
Mum called before. I just got in.
No, Ben. Get out of here. Run.
Dad, put the gun down.
They killed Kathy, Ben.
Dad, it was an accident. They told me what... Look, it wasn't your fault. Dad, what are you doing?
I can't fight it much longer.
Dad, you need help. Please.
Drop the gun, Jim. It's your son, for fuck's sake.
Can't think. Are you one of them now too?
What?
Hands shaking. Every synapse in my infected mind urging me to pull the trigger. I gaze at my son. He'd lost so much already. Ben. Oh God. Ben. But that wrongness is in his face. And... what's that band on your arm?
What? It's nothing. What are you doing? Drop the gun.
I can't let it have him too. Not our son.